I want to thank you all for joining me here on Millennial Rebel. My name is Michael, and this right here is my very first monthly goals report. So I'm going to be talking about the things that I want to achieve by the end of March. I wanted to do that to, one, hold myself accountable on the things that I commit to. I'm going to look like a real fool if I proclaim the goals I have to the entire world, to YouTube, and end up not following through on them. I'm going to look like a fool, right? So I want to go ahead and avoid that pain. I also want to encourage you guys to jump on board with me on these goals, really monthly goals reports. It's a great way to make sure that month in and month out, you are consistently improving yourself as a person. How cool would it be a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now to, having been consistently growing month in and month out and have that compound over that amount of time? Can you imagine the individuals that we can become, the people, the communities that we can influence? So hopefully you guys can jump on board and see the power of setting goals and achieving them, and then continuing to set more goals and achieving them. So you guys will be following along in my journey in doing that. You guys will be able to look back to this very first video and see where it all started. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. I split my goals really into 3 categories: Kindle publishing, Millennial Rebel, and life and personal development. Now for Kindle publishing, I definitely go more in depth into the exact action steps, the exact experiences and insights that I got, and the Kindle publishing weekly update episodes. So I recently published the very first one yesterday. So if you guys want to follow along more so in the Kindle publishing aspect, go ahead and check that out. This right here is really going to be the big picture goal that I have for the month of March in terms of Kindle publishing. So what do I want to accomplish for the month of March? I will easily bring my first VA onto my team. I'm super excited for this because this right here is going to be the very first step I'll be taking towards automating and upscaling my business, so that eventually I'll be able to walk away from it, yet still be receiving the fruits of having a business. I will easily publish my 3rd book. And the reason why I've set that as a goal for a month is because there's a lot of waiting that takes place in actually producing a book and getting it out into the world. There's having to get your book written. That takes some time. Having to get a book cover made. Having to, if you want to outsource this, having to get a description written. So there's all these, parts that need to be completed in order to have a finished book that you can market. So I'm going to easily publish my 3rd book. I will easily implement my social media marketing strategy. So this is really going to be more so towards the end of March, because I need to go through the process of hiring and training a VA, and then I'll need to go through the process of, having my 3rd book ready. So that is really what I have planned for the month of March. In terms of Kindle publishing, you guys can check out my progress in doing that in the weekly updates. So go ahead and follow along with me in that journey. Now transitioning into the Millennial Rebel aspect. I will easily post a weekly Kindle publishing update on Millennial Rebel every Saturday. So like that first episode, those are going to be coming out every Saturday, and really just be, keeping you guys in the loop in what's going on with that. Like I said, things I've learned, what I experienced, so that I can share with you guys the insights and the experience of someone who's just starting out in Kindle publishing, but also fighting for the success and financial freedom that you might be if you're interested in Kindle publishing. I will easily post a weekly goals update on Millennial Rebel to hold me accountable every Sundays. So just like this one right here is going to be published on a Sunday, the ones following after this, they're going to be updates just like the Kindle publishing weekly updates, but the ones that are coming out on Sundays are going to be for how I'm doing in terms of the goals that I'm setting right here today. I will easily read 15 pages every day for business / entrepreneur education. I cannot emphasize how much I value literature, all the information out there, whether it be courses, YouTube videos, and most importantly, or at least my favorite, books. So for right now, I am reading Epic Content Marketing to help me in really understanding what it takes to build a brand and have it really surround the model around content, creating and producing content. So 15 pages of that every day. I will definitely be sharing with you guys the key insights and the wisdom that I took away from this book. My coach for Kindle publishing recommended this book, so I want to go ahead and share that value with you as well. I will easily take notes on every video I upload to focus on what to improve for the next video. And the reason I do this is a term that I've learned called deliberate practice, which is really just finding some aspect or something that you need to improve on in whatever field that you're in, and accomplishing that so that you can begin growing yourself in that field. You want to go ahead and find goals that aren't too far out your reach, that you'll experience frustration, and ones that aren't too close, that you're not really challenging yourself. You really want to stay on that edge, right outside your comfort level. I will more than likely be publishing a video on the topic of deliberate practice. I learned it from a book called Talent is Overrated, which really goes into what separates world-class performers from, your average Joe. That's about it for the Millennial Rebel goals that I've set for the month of March. Now I'm going to go ahead and transition into the goals I've set for life and personal development. I will easily do some form of exercise at least 3 days out of the week. Right now, I've been honestly, 100% honestly, completely neglecting the physical aspect of my body, which is really something that I don't recommend you guys to do. If there was like a pyramid of the most important things that you need to work on, the physical aspect of it would be the foundation, because this is your temple. If you want to perform at the most optimal performance, then you got to take care of the vessel that you're in. So I'm going to be going ahead and doing some form of exercise at least 3 days a week. That's the bare minimum. I want to set myself up for success and not strive for something that I won't be able to follow through on. So 3 days is the standard that I've set for myself. I will easily complete a 30-day morning ritual. Now, morning rituals have been really vouched for many of the people that I look up to, people like Stefan for Project Life Mastery, Tony Robbins, and a multitude of others. For me, in my experience, I have really performed at my best when I have started out my day with these routines that I do. They really set my mind, body, and spirit up for success. And it's a great way to start your day so that you aren't reacting to, circumstances that occur in your life. I have had trouble implementing this in the past just because I've gone to bed too late at night and then, was rushing in the morning, or I just told myself, I've done it for a bit now. I'm just gonna go ahead and, what's wrong if I miss one day? And from there, I fell off. So hopefully with this accountability thing I got going on, I can go ahead and follow through on that 30-day challenge. I encourage you guys to jump on board if you have a morning ritual and you've fallen off track. We can be in this together. Just for for future reference, I probably, more than likely, will be doing a video on what I do for my morning rituals, just to share some of the things that I have found helpful for me. I will easily read 15 pages a day of personal development literature, and currently it is, you guys are probably not going to be surprised, Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. I have been putting this off for so long just because it's pretty intimidating. Like, it's got some width to it, around 500 pages, and I usually read around the 200 to 300 page range. So that's why I've set up the 15 pages a day, because over time I know that I can get through that book as long as I am putting in the work to do so. So I'll also be updating you guys on any big takeaways I've gotten. If not, definitely be publishing a video on the key takeaways I got from that book once I'm finished. I will easily journal at least once every day. This is something I've been doing more often in the past months, just because I feel a lot of things have been coming in line, and I've been figuring out a lot more about myself, my vision, my purpose, the impact I want to have in the world. And I don't, it's a lot easier to, vent that all out to some papers instead of, having someone else hear all that. Even though, my mentors and the community I surround myself love hearing that, it's really great to be able to articulate it first in something like a journal. Now, for you guys, if you guys want to get into that habit, you guys feel free to use your laptop or any other device to store your entries. I like having a journal because I can easily pull it out of my back pocket and jot something down if I've, an epiphany arose, or I encountered someone who said some powerful things for me, which surprisingly happens quite often. Your thoughts attract similar things. So as I've been thinking more about my purpose in life and what I want to accomplish, I've been attracting things that have helped me in figuring that out. So just a quick fun fact for you guys. That really wraps it up for the month of March. Like I said, I'll be updating you guys on how I'm doing on these goals every Sunday, so look out for those. And once again, I encourage you guys to jump on board with me in doing this. This is a journey that we can take on together and kind of set ourselves up as, really a community that are fighting for being the best versions of themselves. So I'm really excited to get these videos going, because I know it's going to be one fun ride. All right, thanks for tuning in here on Millennial Rebel. Talked about the goals I want to accomplish for the month, and I hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Michael, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.